Hey everybody, so me and Grandma are about to go out to electronic darts. I'm not really sure what that means, and as you can tell I just finished up in the washroom, but I'm guessing it is not the same as regular darts. Yes, I wash my hands. You'll get to figure out with me, I guess. So I'll see you in a little bit. And I'm definitely stealing this little box of Kleenexes because I'm gonna need it. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna run in.
Okay. So they're about to come back. What did you guys send off today?
Pardon me?
What did you guys send off in the post office today?
Poppy had to mail some stuff, and I bought a few cards, but I didn't have any money on me, so I told him keep them aside for me. So
You're gonna come back.
Right? But anyway, listen. So what did Gabi say? Gabi said, remember from the social? Here comes Eleanor, the queen from the hill. Remember that? You can remember that?
Yes, now I remember.
Here's
The whole point is to get me consistent.
What?
We need 12, Eleanor.
No, not you, sorry.
55.
18
No, 65.
and a 5. Okay. Hey, Danny,
All right, all right, all right.
we did 20. That's a 1. 19.
All right.
Down below.
That's a 1. And
That's
19.
the one.
Here it is, watch, wait.
Okay, so
Who's
I'm
going
gonna
down?
be 56. What
Who's
can I
going
get
down
for
to 0?
56?
Got
56
you.
would be a
Six,
triple
six,
18.
six.
not me.
Triple 18 and a 2.
Poppy.
But you can't do
Poppy and
56 with
Ellen.
one dart.
Me
Oh,
too.
that's
You can do 54 and you can do 57.
Danny,
You're down.
One dart.
Sorry,
Poppy and I are
Grandma.
still going. Hey, you're not supposed to kick your grandson, son, you know?
In this moment, I knocked my grandma back to 0. That's why I just got kicked. Oops.
Okay.
And this is from later in the day. You can tell she's definitely not impressed she brought me to darts anymore.
Ice cream.
Oh, yummy.
Okay, just Emily, you're done? Okay.
Thank you.
That's green break. That's green break. That's green break.
One for me and one for Bob.
I'm not done.
They're over on this table.
Oh, ice cream.
Last week I put out Ian.
You guys own 2 lots?
No.
It's just a single lot?
Well, they had it divided. They give one is untouched.
Yeah. Look, you get your arms thinking. Very good.
Really didn't expect to win that much.
What? Okay, bye.
We gotta make sure you get inside safe, no
Make
bears!
sure you get inside.
Hello everybody. So, I should mention before we get into the next part that electronic darts was no different than regular darts. It just has a little dartboard that screams, bingo, bullseye, this and that, and my grandma absolutely loves it. So, now that I have explained that part, I would also like to say I didn't get to actually bring my camera around too much today because I let it spend most of the day at home uploading. There is a slight lack of clips, but the next part of the video is a whole bunch of speaking. It's interesting if you would like to listen. but it's explaining what the professional vlogs are gonna go into. Anyways, see you in a second. So, because I like to ramble, I wrote myself a slight script to start off of, which I've already broken on my second word. Excuse me. But, here we go. So, as the technical issues with the second day persist, I left my camera and my phone at home so I could upload the videos. It still hasn't uploaded, but it should be up by the time I rise tomorrow. Now, because I left my camera and phone at home majority of the day, I did not catch too many clips from the day, so I decided I'm actually just going to tell you a bit about what the professional vlogs, the point behind the professional vlogs, and it's going to be a very passive point. It is not going to really change what happens on the day-to-day. So, money. Now this is going to keep me freaking active and productive, because money is a big thing today. I'm not simply going to be covering money, I'm actually going to be doing something that's never been done before, and I think it's because, well, the tech wasn't available to the people who would have been willing to do it. Also, a lot of the time you get called a crackpot when you start talking about money, because you're either right or you're wrong, and if you're wrong big time, but if you're right, you're usually set. I go off script so often, oh my god. Now, I believe this is going to be the most transparent way to do this, so that is why I believe it is also something that's never been done before. How many people are completely transparent with their money? I still won't be able to due to legal issues, I'm assuming, but we'll see. So I'm in the process of creating 2 bank accounts. One for investments, one for all my hourly wages and other sources of income that aren't my investments. I am going to show the world how you can make $1 million, and definitely more after your first million, through passive income and portfolio gains, which all have risks, and I understand that I could crash and fail terribly, but I am young, and if I fail, I will fail responsibly, and I will learn from it and hopefully get better from it. Now, to start, I want to mention that I can't invest $0 and generate an income, or at least not at my current financial knowledge, so I obviously have to take out a loan. Now, there's good debt versus bad debt. To start, I am going to give a simple explanation of this, and also I would like to explain that my good debt in this scenario is actually debt from my first bank account of hourly wages, so it's not like I'm charging myself ridiculous monthly interest fees, but maybe I should to prove that it's still not that bad an idea. It's also a nice start, not having to charge myself all that monthly interest, but at the same time, you guys could do this with one bank account and just saving some of your hourly wages and income and then investing it. So, let's start with good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is what I am currently in my hourly wages account. I am a couple $100 in overdraft, this, that, the other, and I have no money coming back from those couple $100 that I put myself in debt from. This is actually a great example of bad debt, but the pause frame is kind of unfortunate. So, to restart on good debt, bad debt, because I didn't put it in script, good debt would be taking out, let's say, a loan for a house. You see a house on the market for $100,000. Instead of putting $10,000, you put down a $10,000 down payment and take a loan out for $90,000 from the bank. You're now $90,000 in debt, but the house that you just bought is going to have a tenant in it. And after taxes and mortgage and everything else, you're going to be making $25 a month. Not very much, but you are coming out with a positive income from your investment. Now, let's say you take that same $10,000 and you put it in a mutual fund. and you make 10% on your money. So by the end of the year, you have $1,100 or $11,000. You made a $1,000 profit. In the house that you originally invested $10,000 in and took out that $9,000 loan, $90,000. After paying off everything each month, like I said, you come out with $25. So, at the end of the year, you only have approximately 25 times 12 is 250. So, you have $250 of extra income. Let's say you sell that house, but the market went up. Just like you made income off your mutual funds instead of actually losing, because you could lose in both, theoretically, but that's not for this example. So you sell the house for $110,000. You made $10,000 right away, plus the $250 you made in income. When you paid capital gains and all that, you probably lose all that money, but instead of paying capital gains, you do a tax deferral and you invest that $110,000 you just made into another property. Now you have to pay off your $90,000 loan from the bank and this and that, but considering the bank just saw that you made $10,000 over the course of a year without lifting a finger other than the original contracts, and that you were also generating passive income, now you have $20,000 in your hand, $20,250 to be more exact, and if you can put it into another piece of property fast enough, because it needs to be fast enough, otherwise you lose the tax deferral and therefore pay capital gains, you can probably get another loan from the bank because they see your fiduciary responsibilities are in making money, not just spending and blowing the whole fucking shit show. Now, this video will probably be too long if I try to go off any further. If that's a little too complicated, I am rushing this one, so we'll get more into it. I'll try to explain a little better. But there is such thing as good debt versus bad debt, because you just paid off the loan you took from the bank and made $10,000 instead of just making $1,000 in that 10% growth mutual fund because you had a great year. Even a great 10% year in that mutual fund didn't benefit you as much as taking out that $90,000 bank loan, did it? Now, at the same time, housing market could have crashed, but equally, mutual fund could have crashed. So there's risks everywhere. And you have to take calculated risks and make sure you're doing it right. You gotta educate yourself, etc., etc. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna end this real quick so it doesn't go too long. But I would like to thank you for listening in.